Michigan.
Differences and similarities with Illinois' blocking scheme and Michigan's.
Yeah, I'd say both have tremendous offensive lines and run game and the backs, and all can hurt you in so many different ways. I would say, I'll give you a couple, maybe one difference, but I feel like Illinois does a really good job pre-snapping, maybe some jets to displace the linebackers' eyes and then run the ball in the opposite way. We saw it last week too, a little bit like some fake pullers, pulling the linebackers' eyes to one side and then getting the ball out the other way. So just little things like that are kind of unique. And as a linebacker, you see pulling, you want to go make the play over there, so you kind of get fast and get the ball back. Yeah. So I would say, I'd just say all that.
I think a good team every week you start to practice better and you learn how to practice better, and that's a very big challenge, especially for a young team is learning how to practice. And once you do that, the results show up faster and faster. But at the end of the day, we're not where we need to be yet, and we just need to continue to improve faster and continue to practice better. But we need to do it faster and just continue to keep going.
Is it hard not to press too much when you're midway through the season and you think we got to get this quicker? Is it hard not to press too much and try too hard and try to overdo things?
I think that it definitely shows up from time to time because I don't think anything's none of our issues are lack of effort. But the analogy I like is like when you're if you're at bat in baseball, squeezing the hell out of the bat as hard as you can isn't going to help you hit the ball. You're just going to swing too hard and miss it. And that's, in my past when I felt like I'm squeezing the bat too hard, that's the, that's what I've always thought about is it's you have to have a great sense of urgency. You have to be completely focused. But at the end of the day, you can't try too hard because the results won't go the way you want if you are.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's an orange out, I'm pretty sure. So, I mean, it's going to be a great atmosphere for them and for us. I mean, I personally, there's nothing that beats Kinnick, but also going to, an away team's field when they have, a lot of fans there, it's also very fun to play in. I mean, if you see them, walking out, in the third, fourth quarter, it's a great feeling. I mean, at the end of the day, it just comes down to execution and executing. Me personally, I don't think I executed well enough, and I think it showed. In the game, there was some pretty big gaps in the middle, and then also just not having enough knockback and creating edges, so the running back had to cut the ball up. So, I mean, that's something I've taken into this week with practice with me. Just being better at my fundamentals and trying to improve that way.
What are you seeing around here this week that lets you know that you guys are still locked in? We're always locked in. Nothing's really changing. That's how I know. If things change, then we were never locked in, so just the consistency in which we are coming to practice with the tempo, the intensity is just going to be the biggest thing. Have you done that? You guys done that all year? Win or lose, come back? Is it the same 24-hour rule and just get back to work? Yeah, it's always the next man. So it's always the next team. The next game's the biggest game. So Sunday we will learn and take as much as we can from the previous game. But come Monday, we're ready to practice. We're ready to continue to, like I said, learn and grow as a team. Are teams doing things to counter you? Like picking up on tendencies or anything like that? Do you see defenses kind of, because you started the season fast and obviously you move up the scouting report?
I think so. I mean, maybe when they see me, I'm a guy that goes in motion a lot, so I think they have guys travel with me. Whereas earlier in the season, maybe they didn't have guys. They maybe rock and roll where they had another guy from the other side follow me instead of a man player. So I think for sure, because I'm a guy that moves across the field. But yeah, I think each week it's different depending on how the defense plays. So.
What's your counter to that, though? It's kind of like baseball, and somebody changes how they pitch
you.
Just
outplaying them, just being better than them. Just like Brody Burke would probably say, just got to be better than the hitter in the box.
What are you seeing from Caleb that's allowed him to succeed so early in his career?
I mean, not too many freshmen come in with that size and that speed. I mean, he naturally gifted, talented, kid fast, as y'all can see. I feel like he's real smooth when he run, good cut, good natural instincts. He's just a real big back, and I feel like he can do a lot of things in the run game. Run through a lot of arm tackles when he hit the hole. And if he get to the second level, I mean, I don't really feel like there's too many people who are going to catch him, truthfully, once he get on his horse.
I mean, obviously it's a debatable call. They just said, keep doing what you do. It's just finishing the play, playing hard. I'm not going to change the way I play. I kind of pride myself on playing physical and finishing through the plays. So they just said keep on doing that. It's going to be very big. Communication is always big. We got to make sure we're talking, we're functioning on all cylinders, so making sure we're all on the same page. And our coaches are doing a great job of preparing us for that. So I think going into this game, we're going to have to communicate a lot if we want to get the job done.
How do you prepare for it differently, or how are they teaching you to prepare for? Because they've really run blitz a lot.
Yeah, so I mean, statistically, they're one of the best defenses in the country. I think the best. So we're not preparing any differently than we would. We're just going to do what we do. We're going to play Iowa football, and then come Saturday, we'll see what happens.